Alright. This is Big Spruce. Today we're going to be playing Dark Seed 2. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Rita, where are you?
Help me, Mike. Help me, Mike. Help me.
It's the same dream, night after night. I'm searching for Rita in the dark world, but something unspeakable starts chasing me. I never make it back through the portal in time. It's been more than a year since I foiled the Ancients' plans to grow an alien embryo in my brain, and still the dark world haunts me. Rita's murder is just the latest reminder that no place is safe from the darkness. Not even my hometown.
Old Mike is at it again. Them Duke boys, they at it again. Someone's knocking on the door.
Come in. The door's open.
Your mother let me in, Dawson. I had some more questions to ask you about the murder.
Am I a suspect?
Am I a suspect, Sheriff?
Now, we have to look at everybody, Dawson. Especially everyone who was close to Rita.
Rita and I weren't that close, Sheriff.
Now, we all know you and Rita were an item back in high school.
Look, we only saw each other a few times.
I see. Were you having a relationship?
Didn't we go all over this before?
Yes, but that was last week and you left out a lot. Witnesses said you and Rita left the banquet together. What happened when you two were alone?
Look, I don't remember being alone with Rita that night. I don't remember anything. I must have gotten drunk.
Is that so? Well, people said they heard you two arguing outside the school building.
Old headache.
Well, I sort of wanted to have a relationship, but Rita didn't.
And that's why you killed her.
Yep.
Sheriff, I didn't do anything. I just can't remember what happened that night.
You killed her.
Not a very good alibi, is it?
Look, Sheriff, I'm going to be late for my doctor appointment.
I know all about your sessions with Dr. Sims, but the mayor wants you to make time to meet with the feds later.
Feds? You mean the FBI?
That's right. I don't much like the idea of them trampling over my turf, but the mayor wants me to bring them in.
What's Mayor Fleming's interest in Rita's murder?
He wants this case solved quickly with the election coming up and all. Seems he has some friends at the Bureau, and believe me, they won't go easy on you.
I guess back then the feds had nothing better to do.
I wish I had something to tell you, Sheriff. I really do.
Well, if you remember anything, see me down at the station. But your memory had better return by today, or things won't look good for you.
My old turntable. You can't get records for it anymore since compact discs came out.
Oh, don't you worry, Mike. That's gonna change in a few short years.
I'm probably the last person on the block to have a black and white set.
Well, maybe like a couple decades.
I won this fencing trophy during high school. It's been a long time since I've done any fencing. It's been a long time since I've done much of anything.
I guess we got to see some of his fencing work at the end of Dark Seed 1 when he broke the mirror.
This closet has been locked ever since I can remember. The key was lost a long time ago.
And you guys never managed to open it? Okay.
It smells good in here. Mom must be cooking something special. Morning, Mom.
So it takes the sheriff to wake you up, Mike?
I don't feel like talking about the sheriff, Mom.
Fine. You never feel like talking.
I think I'll eat over at Hank's for breakfast.
You should know better than to eat the greasy food at that diner. I thought you were going to start eating healthier. You're not in high school anymore, you know.
I'm going out, Mom. See you later.
So mean.
That's right. Run off again while I'm talking to you. You're worse now than when you were a teenager.
Wow.
But I've got things to do today, Mom.
Like what? You don't do a damn thing around here anymore.
I'm starting to get a headache.
Headaches.
Well, that's what your medicine is for. You know where to find it.
Headaches. You give me headaches.
By the way, Mom, thanks for taking care of me this past year.
I love you, Mike. I just want you to get well again.
And take that magnet. Deal with it.
When I was a kid, my family used to gather.
Oh. I'm gonna have to remember that you can skip the text. You couldn't skip it in the last game.
We bought this color TV in the early 70s. The picture tube isn't the greatest.
On giving hot lunches to the school children. In other parts of the country, law enforcement officials are still bewildered about the murder of local librarian Rita Scanlon last week after the high school reunion. When asked about potential suspects, Sheriff Willard Butler replied,
Michael, you and your kind are in grave danger once again. The ancients have returned. I am sending something to assist you. You must act quickly.
warned that this is the second local death this year and residents should always be alert. On the national news scene,
There's someone at the front door. It's a ticket for a traveling carnival over in the park.
camera. Oh, shit. I may have just accidentally quit out the game. Oopsie doops. Which also means I have to adjust the volume again. And I didn't save it. Okay. We can skip stuff this time, though.
Come in. Didn't we go all over this before?
Yes, but that was last week, and you left out a lot. Witnesses said you and Rita left the bank.
Look,
Is that so?
am I a son?
Now, we have.
Rita and I...
Now, we.
Look,
I see.
well,
And
Sheriff,
not a.
I'm getting...
All right.
I wish I had...
Well,
Alright. Speed run. We're doing the speed run, I guess.
It smells good in here. Mom must be cooking something special. Morning, Mom.
So,
I don't feel...
fine.
I think I'll eat...
You.
You know, you woke...
Sorry.
Gosh, Mom,
Well,
but I haven't...
well.
Go easy on me. What I went through last year was far worse than anything you could imagine.
Go easy on me. Go
I
easy
lost
on
a
me.
husband and a sister to cancer. Your father left me no insurance money, and I have arthritis. You don't see me checking into a mental hospital with a nervous breakdown.
Wow.
You're ashamed of me, aren't you?
At least we get to see these
Look,
dialogue
son,
options
I'm
now.
not ashamed of you. I just wish I knew what was bothering you. You were always full of energy and life. Since that nervous breakdown, all you do is stare at the walls.
I nearly had an alien born in my head. Oh, aren't we all? We're all having a hard time
Having
getting
a hard
motivated.
time getting motivated.
You know, Mike, you're late for your doctor appointment. You're never going to snap out of your depression unless you see the doctor. And after that, I'd like you to do some errands for me.
I don't feel like talking anymore.
Fine. You.
By the way, Mom,
I love.
Okay.
when I was a kid, my family used to gather here to watch television.
Well, there's the options.
On giving hot lunches to the school.
There's someone at the front door.
I want hot lunches.
It's a ticket for a traveling carnival over in the park.
Let's take the camera again.
So this is where I left my camera. I'll bet there's some film inside.
What are we gonna do with the camera there, Mike? Oh, there's my inventory. That's what I was trying to find earlier when I accidentally closed the game, was where the inventory was. Alright.
Hey, that's Jack. He likes to think he's tough with that motorcycle and all, but he's about the only new friend I've made since I returned home.
Well, are you just gonna stand there gaping at me, Mikey boy, or are you gonna take a load off your feet?
What brings you here, Jack?
My motorcycle, dumbcoff. You need to have your ears checked. Actually, I stopped by because I saw the sheriff's patrol car drive off. I was worried about my favorite recovering mental case.
The sheriff thinks I murdered Rita.
Yeah, I know. I overheard Deputy Brown talking in the diner. You're the #1 suspect.
What should I do?
Not to worry, Mikey boy. I've been giving your situation some thought, and I think there are some things Sheriff Butler overlooked.
You know, Jack, I still can't remember what happened that night.
Nothing happened. You know that, and I know that.
I've got an appointment with Dr. Sims soon. Let's get together afterwards.
You're seeing that, Quack? Don't waste your time with that head shrinker. Listen to your old pal Jack instead. Okay, we'll meet here after you're done with Dr. Sigmund Freud.
It's hopeless. I feel like the biggest patsy since Oswald.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of this mess. Then we can party.
I don't like Jack.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for believing me.
Now, don't get all mushy on me. I'll meet you right here after your doctor's appointment. Until then, hang loose.
Jack, do you have to walk that slow?
Even though I grew up in this town, I still find that a map helps me get to places quickly. I've been finding reasons to avoid going to Dr. Sims' office during the past week. Rita used to live just around the corner.
Don't I need to try to go to Dr. Sims' office? Okay, there we go.
It's locked. Oh, great. Dr. Sims is not in his office. That guy is out to lunch more often than his patients. There's Paul Cooper. For a guy who runs a hardware store, he doesn't keep his house in very good shape. Nice lawn, though. Hi, Mr. Cooper. I'm Mike Dawson. Remember me?
Sure, Mike. I remember you.
So how's the hardware store business?
Great. I've given myself a vacation for the first time in about 3 years. The store is closed right now. I'm just going to relax and water my lawn for the next week or two.
All right.
Does your lawn need that much water?
It's dry. It's always dry. Gotta get it ready. You know how it is. It's nice to have a pretty lawn. I'll have a big water bill, but I don't care. As long as it keeps pumping, I'll keep watering.
I was wondering how well you knew Rita Scanlon.
Rita? Well, she lives... lived across the street. We'd wave to each other. Why? Was she a friend of yours?
We went to high school together a few years back.
Yes? I didn't really know her back then. She moved in over there about 8 years ago, but I didn't talk to her much.
Pretty terrible news about the murder.
It certainly was. The second murder this year. I don't know what's going on in this town anymore.
What do you know about a second murder?
Old man Ramirez died in a fire. Some say it was an accident, but I think he was done in. A real shame. He was a steady customer at the hardware store. Liked to read, too.
Do you know of anything else strange going on in town?
No. Why do you ask? Nothing ever happens here. The town is full of cobwebs and stagnation. It needs a good cleansing. Until the murders, the place was just too quiet.
Why do you say the town's too quiet?
It was as if the town was waiting for a messenger or something. So I'll water the lawn and get it ready. I want to have a nice lawn ready for the messenger when he comes.
That's a little strange.
I think I have to leave now. You take real good care of yourself, Paul.
Take care of yourself, Mike.
Paul's hose is attached to this faucet.
I bet you he'd be real upset if I turned off the water.
Lawn furniture on the roof? That's just too bizarre.
I'm sure he gets a nice view up there. You don't have to judge him.
Why is the deputy standing guard in front of Rita's house? She wasn't killed at home. There must be some evidence inside that the police are protecting. Hi, Deputy Brown. What's new?
Oh, hello, Mike. What are you doing here?
You look like you're on guard duty.
I'm keeping watch over Rita Scanlon's house.
A week after the murder?
I'm just following orders, Mike. I'm not supposed to let anyone in. We've had problems with vandalism before.
What for? What's in there?
Not a thing. But we need to keep Rita's house intact until the FBI comes. They'll want to go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
When's your shift over?
It's a strange thing to say.
Who knows? We've been working overtime at the sheriff's office ever since the body was discovered. This case is being given top priority. Unless there's an emergency or something, I have to stay put.
So, how's the murder investigation going?
Come on, Mike. You know I shouldn't be talking to you about that. Go on now, let me do my job.
Completely normal to ask somebody when their shift is over when they're guarding something, huh?
Hank's diner in the pool hall next door played a large part in my teenage years. I took Rita to the diner on our first date when we were both juniors in high school. Still does enough business to keep the place going. How's it going, Hank?
My back's been acting up, but otherwise not too bad. How are you, Mike?
I'm starving. What have you got to eat around here?
Like you haven't seen my menu 1,000 times. What are you hungry for? Ham and eggs, grits, pancakes?
Pancakes? Rita and I used to come here for pancakes after church.
You were quite an item back when you were in high school. Shame about what happened to her. Real tragedy.
Who do you think murdered Rita?
Oh, I can't imagine it was anyone from around here. But he's one sick dude, whoever he is.
Sick? Murder isn't a disease. It's evil.
Relax, Mike. It's just a figure of speech. I don't think anyone's going to show the killer any compassion when they catch up with him.
Have you heard any more about the investigation?
Deputy Brown stopped by to get some coffee and donuts on his way to Rita's place. He was saying that the FBI might be called in. Doc Larson was telling us some pretty grisly stuff.
I heard about the FBI from the sheriff.
Say, Mike, weren't you with Rita the night she was killed?
Who told you?
Rita was my date to the high school reunion.
Well, what happened? She got killed in the park near the Ramirez mansion. Didn't you walk her home?
I can't remember about that night, Hank. It's these headaches.
Mike, you and I go way back. As a friend, I'm telling you that you better start remembering quick. Deputy Brown was saying that the sheriff doesn't want to waste any time on this case.
I'm seeing Dr. Sims in a short while. Maybe he can jog my memory.
Don't waste your money on head shrinkers, Mike. Whenever I forget something, I just retrace my steps.
What did Doc Larson have to say?
He wouldn't go into any details because he wants to keep certain things from the public. I haven't seen Doc Larson so excited since that other murder.
What other murder?
Old man Ramirez. He died in a fire a few weeks back and left his wife a very rich widow. Funny how Rita died so close to his house.
Mike, what is this? What is this choice? He wasn't saying that there was anything ha-ha funny about it.
Rita was murdered in a public park. How could they keep any details secret?
Dr. Larson had her body moved to the morgue before dawn. Deputy Brown said the sheriff wasn't too happy about that. Didn't give him much of a chance to examine the crime scene first.
I need some fresh air.
You don't look well, Mike. Why don't you go out for a walk? Nice day for it.
I think I'll just do that, Hank. See you later.
Take care, Mike.
No one can make an ice cream soda as good as Hank's. Any flavor you want. This jukebox is loaded with tunes from the 50s. Rita and I used to dance to some of them.
You're in high school in the 50s. And oh, I don't know when this game's supposed to take place. I know it was released in 1995. Does feel like the 90s though.
There's Jimmy Gardner and Melissa Fleming. Jimmy's the type of loser I'd expect to see in a place like this. But it's surprising to find the mayor's wife here. Hey, remember me? I'm Mike Dawson. It's been a long time.
Not long enough to suit me.
Hey, why the cold shoulder?
What makes you think you're worth giving the cold shoulder to?
So what are you doing here in the pool hall? Seeing Jimmy?
What are you insinuating? I'm a married woman, I'll have you know. I just came in here for a smoke.
Why is everybody so mean? So aggressive in this town.
Well, you did used to date Jimmy back when you were a cheerleader.
That was a long time ago. We're not the same people we were in high school, you know?
I mean, that's fair.
So how is married life?
Fine. Just fine. Now get the hell out of my life.
That doesn't sound like it's very fun.
Hi, Jimmy. Long time no see.
Well, well, it's Mr. Big Shot Ryder. What brings you down to this part of town? Slummin'?
How about a game of pool?
Cut the crap, Dawson. We might have been friends once, but that was a long time ago.
We were friends in high school. Why are you so angry with me now?
Let's just say that you and I don't share the same interests anymore.
What happened to you? You were a straight-A student until you dropped out.
I guess I'm just the town's bad seed. You went off to college and joined the establishment. I stayed here and became a statistic.
You're a real tough guy now, aren't you, Jimmy?
You got that right, chump. I'm the local wise guy, so stay out of my way.
I hear that your interests these days aren't exactly on the up and up.
So what? There's a lot going on in this town that ain't exactly on the up and up.
Tell me, Jimmy, how come the sheriff leaves you alone?
That's easy in this town. That flatfoot doesn't know his butt from an armadillo, but I got the goods on him. He doesn't bother me.
What do you know about Sheriff Butler?
I know he's down here trying to get away from what happened in Dallas. Yeah, he's a real champion of justice, all right.
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, get out before I throw you out.
So hostile.
They always keep a good supply of cue sticks here. The mayor campaigned on how he was going to rid our streets of the homeless, But I guess they just got driven into sheds like this.
See if
Another
there's-
evil that's been hidden but still exists.
Let's see if there's anything good in their trash cans.
Some archaeologists believe that to truly understand a culture, you should examine its trash. I found an old coat hanger. This might be useful. I once read a story about how a thief used a wire to open a lock.
Well, we used a bobby pin to open up a lock in the last game, Mike.
It's hard to believe that someone could live in this dilapidated old shed.
I'm guessing this is where Jimmy lives, maybe. Alright, I don't think I need to be in here. So unlike Dark Seed 1, I don't believe that there's a time mechanic in this game, so I'm not too worried about standing around talking to people.
The Civic Center. We used to joke about the sheriff's office, courthouse, and morgue all being next door to each other. First they tie 'em, then they try 'em, then they fry 'em. Andy and Barney would be right at home here. But this ain't Mayberry, and unless I can get the sheriff off my back, there ain't going to be a happy sitcom ending. Hi, Sheriff. I just came in to get out of the heat.
Dawson, I was hoping that you'd show up.
You're in your office on weekends too, huh?
That's right, Dawson. I'm a dedicated public servant. I'm gonna stay right here until we get that murder solved. Unless there's an emergency, of course.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
You know, Dawson, sooner or later you're gonna make a mistake. And then I'm gonna lock you up for the rest of your natural life.
Alright then.
The carnival has been set up here in the park for more than a week now. I wonder when it's going to finally open. I haven't been past the Ramirez Mansion in a long time. It's one of the town's oldest landmarks. They used to own all of the land around the park before they donated it to the town.
What's with all the decor?
Hello, Mrs. Ramirez. I'm Mike Dawson. I grew up in this town.
Did you? Well, what do you want?
I couldn't help but notice all the religious icons you have.
Yes, they ward off the evil that is running amok here in Crowley. This town used to be a God-fearing community, but now I don't dare to leave my house except to go to church.
Why do you think the town is corrupted by evil?
Why, just stroll along the street, and you will find vice and decadence behind every door. The church is our only hope for salvation. You do attend church, don't you?
I go to church whenever I get the chance, I guess.
You should go to church every Sunday, at least. And more often than that when possible. There are dark forces at work here, and your soul must be fortified to resist temptation.
Thank you, Mrs. Ramirez. I appreciate your time.
God be with you, young man.
Thank you, Miss Ramirez.
Mrs. Ramirez is obviously a God-fearing woman, and she wants everyone to know it, too. I don't see anyone inside.
Let's save the game real quick. I have to delete that. Annoying. Dark Carnival.
Oh my God. This is where Rita was murdered. Rita, who could have done this to you? They're empty. They must have emptied the trash earlier. They're empty. They must have emptied the trash earlier. Who's there? Why are you wearing that getup?
I'll have you know that I'm wearing the uniform of protection.
Let's pick who are you.
Uniform of protection? What's that?
It designates me as the protector of this town and endows me with special powers.
What do you protect the town from?
There are dark forces at work. An evil power is lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to hatch its latest plot.
I know exactly what you mean. I felt the same way for over a year.
Feeling isn't enough, Mr. Dawson. You've got to act. It's my duty to put a stop to their plans. Stop them before they take over the entire world.
What sort of powers does your uniform give you?
This uniform renders me invulnerable. When I wear it, nothing can harm me. Well, nothing except for a little poison ivy every now and then.
Where did you get this uniform of protection?
A woman delivered it to me. A very wise and noble woman.
You're referring to the Keeper of the Scrolls, aren't you?
No. Eleanor, my mail carrier, delivered it to me. She's some cutie, let me tell you. The uniform came out of a catalog.
The Keeper of the Scrolls is the lady we saw on the TV briefly. She was in the first game.
Who are you?
My name's Slim. You're Mr. Dawson, aren't you? The one they think murdered Rita Scanlon?
My name is Mike Dawson, but I didn't murder Rita.
I know. A voice told me that you were innocent. You don't think that's strange, do you? Hearing voices in your head?
No, I don't think that's strange at all. I've been hearing voices myself.
I knew that people had you all wrong, Mr. Dawson. You and me, we belong to a much larger world. One that most people couldn't begin to fathom.
You're right. No one believes some of the things I've seen and heard. Why are you hiding in the bushes?
I'm checking out the murder site. The criminal always leaves a clue at the scene of the crime.
You know, they also say the criminal always returns to the scene, and here Mike Dawson is.
Did you know Rita?
I knew Miss Scanlon was the town librarian. At least that's what she claimed.
I'd pick the
But I have my suspicions about her.
What was suspicious about Rita?
She was involved with something. Something unclean. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but when I do, it will expose the evil lurking under this town.
I would have picked the sheriff option, but he's obviously incompetent. Oh, it's gonna make me choose it anyway.
I don't know what you hope to find here. The sheriff must have gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
The sheriff? Don't make me laugh. That buffoon couldn't solve a jigsaw puzzle. He has no conception of the significance of this crime.
You seem to be the only one who really understands what is going on. Who do you think killed Rita?
I think she was murdered by aliens from another dimension.
You know about the ancients. So the Keeper of the Scrolls was right. They were involved with Rita's death.
Of course it was the ancients. Who else could have committed such a horrible crime? It had to be the ancients.
Finally, someone else who knows about the dark world. I can't even confide in my mother or my best friend about this. I'm so glad I met you, Slim.
Or it might have been OJ working in cahoots with the Trilateral Commission, I'll betcha. Then again, it could have been the International Communist Conspiracy. This looks like their handiwork.
I've got to go now.
I was gonna say, I doubt.
Wait! Before you leave, I did find something the sheriff overlooked. It's a ticket stub to last week's high school reunion.
Where did you find this ticket?
It was lying underneath the bushes. Miss Scanlon must have dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Do you mind if I have the ticket, Slim? I don't have many mementos of Rita.
Take it, Mr. Dawson. It's not much of a clue, and besides, I've got theories about a hired hitman and a satanic cult to follow up on. Don't worry, I'll find Rita's murderer and prove your innocence.
Gee, thanks, Slim. That makes me feel a lot better.
Glad to have your vote of confidence, Mr. Dawson. Well, I've got some investigating to do. Oh, by the way, I live out behind the pool hall if you need to get in touch with me.
Ah, that was Slim's residence. Slim is a different kind of crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I doubt that he actually knows what we're talking about. Alright. Let's go back to Dr. Sims and see if he's open now.
I have a splitting headache. I better go see Dr. Sims.
Oh look, Mark Dawson's all over it.
Make yourself comfortable, Mike. I've been expecting.
Oopsie doops.
I have an awful headache, Doctor.
Have you been taking your medicine?
The medicine doesn't work. Can't we try something else?
We could try hypnosis. It's proven effective with many of my patients. You may experience some unsettling dreams, but it might also help your memory.
I'm still having trouble remembering things.
This is to be expected. You're still recovering from a nervous breakdown. The murder last week has further exacerbated the problem.
Why can't I remember what happened at the reunion?
It's always a shock to learn a friend has been killed. And you were the last one to see Rita alive, right? The human mind tends to block out painful memories.
I just wish I could remember more about what happened that night.
Don't worry, Mike. The memories will come back in time.
Sheriff Butler suspects me of Rita's murder.
Yes, the sheriff was in here asking about you. I told him I didn't think you were capable of such an act.
I do want to get better, but the thought of being hypnotized frightens me.
Mike, I know that the thought of losing control over your mind terrifies you, but I believe hypnotism will be of benefit in your case. Why don't we give it a try?
I think it's happening all over again.
Have you been having more of your dark world experiences?
Voices from the dark world have contacted me.
I see.
I've been dreaming about the dark world again.
Uh-huh.
I've seen Rita in my dreams, too.
That's good. Perhaps it's a sign your repressed memories will resurface soon.
I may be going back there, and soon.
Yes, of course, Mike. But I really can't approve of you entertaining these fantasies. We need to work on your memory of events as they really are.
You know, what happened last year wasn't a hallucination. It was real.
Or so you believe, Mike. It isn't all that uncommon for people to suffer delusions of alternate universes, even things as bizarre as aliens implanting embryos in human brains.
But, Dr. Sims, everything I told you is true.
Yes, of course. But tell me, what does your friend Jack think of all this?
The only people I've told about the dark world are the doctors I've seen.
But none have dissuaded you from your belief in the dark world? Did any of the therapies they suggested seem to help?
They recommended I keep a journal. Actually, I think it might make a good novel.
Excellent. A transference of your hallucinations to fiction might prove most beneficial. I advise you to keep up the practice.
All right. You've convinced me. Hypnotize me.
You're feeling sleepy. You feel like you're drifting on a cloud, on a rubber raft at the swimming pool. All is calm, all is quiet. You are sleepy.
I feel so dizzy. This reunion banquet is giving me a headache. I need some fresh air.
You always need fresh air, Mike. I swear, I don't know what's happened to you since you've moved away from here. And frankly, I don't like it.
Come on, Rita. Give me a break. You know I've been sick?
Sick of people, you mean? You've become such a loner, Mike. You never want to go anywhere where there's people. You don't even want to visit any of my friends.
It's a mood.
Not your reading group again. Always busy doing stuff for the library. You never have any time to spend alone with me anymore. Why can't it be like it was when we were in high school?
People change, Mike, but I don't care for the change that's come over you. You're drunk. I'll see you later. I have a friend to see.
Fine. Just walk away. I hope the boogeyman gets you. Whew. Why am I so dizzy? I bet the punch is spiked.
Is someone there? Don't play games. Mike? Is that you? Ah!
Mike? Are you awake? How's your headache now?
What a bizarre dream.
What did you dream about?
I was back in the dark world. It was so strange.
The dark world again, huh? It probably represents what you consider evil. An internal conflict, perhaps.
I dreamed about Rita. We were back at the reunion. We were arguing.
Perhaps it's a symbol of trying to resolve your inner turmoil. That's a good sign. Can you remember what you argued about?
Just a little. It all seems so fuzzy.
A common occurrence. Don't let it worry you.
I was wrong about this hypnosis stuff. I'd like to do it some more.
I'm glad it's working for you, Mike, but it looks like our time is up. If the headache comes back, we'll try more hypnosis.
Thanks, Dr. Sims. I feel a whole lot better.
It's good to know you're on the road to recovery, Mike. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I think all of us don't like being around people, or at least most of us. Alright, let's go see if the carnival's open.
It's about time the carnival opened. I'll bet they were just trying to build up the public's curiosity so they'll attract more customers. Is there anything exciting to do at the carnival?
Yeah, over on the midway. It's in front of the carousel to the left. We have all kinds of games of skill and chance you suckers can waste your time with.
What's the most interesting things to see?
Go to the sideshow behind the carousel to the left. We have a boring weightlifting act, some phony baloney fortune teller, and a pair of neurotic Siamese twins. I'm sure you'll have a blast.
You don't have to be so rude, you know.
Well, excuse me. Look, pal, I've been coughing up my lungs all day. So why don't you just cough up a ticket and we can put it into this delightful conversation right now?
I have an admission ticket.
So, fork it over. Just because you're making some nice chit-chat, you think I'm gonna let you into the carnival for free? What kind of fool do you think I look like?
A ticket.
So, do you want a medal?
You don't have to be so rude, you know.
Well, so now that you...
What? Are you sick or something?
Good guess, Einstein. You ought to think about going into medicine. Damn straight I'm sick! But I left my friggin' medicine inside the carnival, and I have to man this stupid ticket booth all day.
Look, I don't need to take this abuse. I'm leaving.
Good idea. You look like the type who knows how to abuse yourself.
This carousel must mark the center of the carnival. There are walkways leading off in 4 directions. What a mess. I must have wandered into the backstage area of the carnival. This must be some kind of employee storage and break room. This must be the ice chest that contains the clown's medicine, but there's an anvil on top. This anvil's too heavy. I can't lift it by myself. A sideshow and Hall of Mirrors attraction. Great. I've experienced enough freaks and distortions to last a lifetime. That's funny. Everyone that these postcards are addressed to is dead. Hello, ladies.
Hello, sir. I hope that you are enjoying the carnival. Say, this guy looks delicious, doesn't he, Minnie?
Who are you?
I'm Minnie. This is my sister Daisy. We're Siamese twins. We're very, very close.
What do you do at the carnival?
We work in the sideshow. What's it look like? Duh. Please, Daisy, don't be rude. The gentleman may be interested to know that besides working at the sideshow, we also design the Hall of Mirrors.
That's interesting. Sideshow performers designing one of the attractions.
It was appropriate for us, what with us being mirror images of each other. Have you seen it yet? You should go. It's fiendishly clever. You may never return.
Did you design anything else at the carnival?
I wanted to put in a peep show, but Miss Purist Snow here won't allow it. Oh, Daisy, all you think about is sex, sex, sex. If I let you have your way, you'd open up a bordello.
What are you writing?
I'm addressing these postcards. We're sending them to famous people from all over the world. I'm writing the text of the postcards. We write to everyone. Jack the Ripper, Lizzie Borden, Genghis Khan. And I'm addressing this one to Charles Dickens. What's your name? Maybe we can send one to you.
Everyone you are writing to is dead. Do they ever write back?
Yes, voices come into our heads. I always hear from women. And I always hear from men. Too bad none of them sound as young and virile as you, sweet buns.
Where do you send these postcards? To the dead letter office?
Oh, that's very funny, sir. No, we send them to the local morgue. I'm sure they know where to forward them. So come on, hon. What's your name?
My name's Mike Dawson.
Mike Dawson? Oh, no! That was the name I was supposed to mail the key to. I think I made a big mistake. Watch your mouth, sis! The voices won't like it! No! I'm sick of you and your twisted ways, Daisy. You built the Hall of Mirrors as a favor for those voices you heard. Now I'm doing a favor for the voice I heard. Look, pretty boy, I'm not letting my sister say anything more. Go on, get out of here before we all get in big trouble.
What a magnificent stage! This act must be something really special. Excuse me, Gargon.
I'm in the middle of my act. What do you want?
What kind of act do you do?
I lift and juggle barbells and perform other amazing feats of strength. Enjoy my act while you can. I'll probably lose my job soon.
Strong, man. Why are you gonna lose your job?
Why would you lose your job?
I can't draw a crowd. They all go to see the Siamese twins or the fortune teller. There's just no interest in my talents. Not when you can rent Arnold or Sly at the video store for $1.
The hell is Arnold?
Come on, Mr. Gargon. There's no reason to be so depressed. Life's not so bad.
Oh, yeah? Obviously you didn't hear about the missing box office money. People are just plain no good. Now stop interrupting me!
Excuse me, Gargon.
I'm in the middle of my act. What do you want?
I need some help. Could you lift an anvil off an ice chest for me?
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to help anyone. I take some lousy pills my doctor gave me, but they don't do much good. I'm washed up, and I know it.
Come on, Mr. Gargon. There's no reason to be so depressed. Life's not so bad.
Oh, yeah? Obviously you didn't hear about the missing box office money. People are...
Excuse me, Gargon.
Please lift the anvil, sir.
I'm in the...
Mr. Gargon, won't you please lift that anvil so that I can get the clown's medicine?
I already told you! No!
What a punk. Oh. Missed a person, apparently.
A fortune teller. These people are nothing but rip-off artists. It's probably how this carnival makes most of its profits. That sure is a big snake. Is he friendly?
Lucifer is very friendly to me. She is my familiar. She gives me my powers. Isn't that right, Lucy Goosey?
Are you a fortune teller?
Indeed I am. Pandora, the all-seeing and all-knowing. Allow me to introduce you to my friend, Lucifer.
What powers does your snake give you?
Powers that allow me to see into the distant past and the far future. Powers that let me help people guide their destinies. In layman's terms, I tell fortunes.
What does your snake eat?
Whatever she can fit into her mouth. By the way, I wouldn't stand too close.
What's my fortune?
I get my strongest readings from personal items. Perhaps you have something in your possession I may examine.
What role does this play in my future, Pandora?
I see a church flowing over a pool of blood.
All right. I'm sure that's a good sign. Oh, Mr. Clown, I'd love to give you your medicine, but, apparently disconnected momentarily. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Alright, let's go talk to Slim. See what he's got going on. He's my backup plan in case I can't fix things myself.
Hi, Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I was just down at the farm behind Mayor Fleming's house. There are some strange rings burnt into the cornfield like a flying saucer landed there. I'm thinking that it was spacemen who wanted Rita dead.
Well, that's a very interesting theory, Slim. I'll have to give it some thought.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
Is uniform of protection to Boy Scouts uniform?
Hi, Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I've been looking into a political connection, so I went over to the library where Rita worked, and sure enough, there are pictures of JFK all over the place. I'm wondering if Rita knew something about the assassination and somebody wanted to shut her up for good.
Well, that's a very interesting theory, Slim. I'll have to give it some thought.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
Hi, Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I've been checking out that carnival in the park near where Rita was killed. Seems that a lot of children go in but never come out. There's got to be a connection with Rita. I mean, she was a child once, wasn't she?
That's some connection.
Well, that's a very interesting theory, Slim. I'll have to give it some thought.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
One
Hi,
more.
Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I've been reading about what cigarettes do to you, and you know how Melissa smokes like a chimney. I figure that she went into a nicotine craze and had Rita killed.
That sounds very plausible.
Well, that's a very interesting theory.
I think
Slim.
case is solved.
I'll have
Case
to
closed.
give it some thought.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
Okay, one more.
Hi, Slim. Do you have any more theories about who murdered Rita?
I'm still trying to follow up on that Melissa lead, Mr. Dawson. She has her nicotine-stained fingers all over this crime. After all, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's a very interesting theory, Slim. I'll have to give it some thought.
I like Slim.
You do that, Mr. Dawson, and I'll let you know if I turn up anything.
He's the entertaining kind of crazy, not the sad kind. Still having that cigarette, huh? In there for just a smoke, huh? Alright. I think we're supposed to go talk to Jack in front of our house after the appointment, so let's go do that.
Here comes Jack.
Jack's back. Jack's okay. And he's back.
Thanks for meeting me, Jack. So what's your plan?
We gotta deflect Sheriff Butler's suspicions. You're innocent, right? We've gotta prove it.
But I don't remember anything that happened after Rita and I had our fight.
You had a fight with Rita? Is that what Dr. Sims helped you remember? I told you not to trust him. Now we gotta prove someone else killed her.
Rita did say that she was going to meet a friend after the reunion. But who?
Well, it so happened that when I overheard the deputy, he did mention some other possible suspects. I, for one, agree with him on the selection.
Who are the other suspects?
I didn't know there were any.
At first, I didn't believe it. Then I thought about it, and it makes sense, I'm telling you. Two folks who ain't what they seem. How about Mayor Fleming and Doc Larson?
Mayor Fleming?
That's right. Mayor Irving Fleming. I once saw Rita sitting in his car in front of the courthouse, and they were looking pretty cozy. The election's coming up, and I'm sure he's busy sweeping all the skeletons out of his closet.
Doc Larson? The medical examiner?
Have you ever noticed how many female visitors they have at the morgue? Rumor has it that he has his fingers where they shouldn't be. He used to have Rita personally deliver medical textbooks from the library, you know.
You're forgetting something, Jack. I'm not a detective.
So? Neither is Sheriff Butler. Listen, you need to collect some new evidence. I can't do it because, hey, look at me, I stick out like a sore thumb. But you do blend in and can probably do some digging.
Do you know if Rita dated anyone else?
Besides you? Well, she did used to see Sheriff Butler, but that ended a long time ago. Anyway, you have two good leads to get you started. As for me, I'm out of here.
The sheriff used to date Rita? I didn't know that. Now I really don't trust him.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree with that one, but what the hell? Maybe it'll take some of the heat off you if you harass the sheriff. Anyway, I gotta go.
Wait, Jack. I can't do this by myself.
You're capable of more things than you think, Mike boy. And I'm not abandoning you. I'll be cruising the neighborhood. If you turn up anything, come back here and flag me down.
Let's save again. It's been a while. Jack's back. Let's go to the Civic Center and confront Sheriff with our new information.
So, how's the murder investigation going, Sheriff?
You know, Dawson, they say killers follow the investigations of their own crimes just for the thrill.
Sir, I have to prove my innocence because you would just assume that it's me with no evidence.
I heard rumors about the condition of Rita's body.
Rumors? What kind of rumors?
There was a rumor going around that the body was mutilated.
I'll tell you one thing. Doc Larson was having himself a field day, happier than a pig in slop. But I can't reveal details. We have to withhold specific information that only the killer would know. Dawson?
You make it sound like Doc Larson enjoyed seeing Rita's mutilated body.
I tell you, I've never seen the man so excited. He could hardly wait to have the body bundled up and sent off to the morgue.
That Doc Larson's one strange guy.
Well, you know he was kicked off a hospital staff, don't you? Something about fooling around with some patient in the hospital morgue. But I shouldn't spread rumors.
How well did you know Rita?
Hardly at all. I don't patronize the library very much. I get my reading material down at the newsstand.
Come on, Sheriff. I know all about you and Rita.
Shut your mouth, Dawson. You're pissing me off.
I'll hit a sore spot.
I heard you used to date Rita.
So what if I did? Rita was interested in lots of men. Jealous, Dawson? Is that what made you snap and kill her?
So what happened between you two? Why did you break up?
None of your business. Why are you asking me these questions? I'm the one with the sheriff's badge, damn it.
It's a convenient excuse.
Did Rita dump you because you couldn't satisfy her, Sheriff?
Why, you little turd. I'll have you know that I was the one who dumped her. She was too bookish. Always running off to spend time with that reading group of hers.
Just what was this reading group that Rita belonged to?
I don't know. Some of Rita's friends, people from the library, I guess. She was always trying to get me to go with her, but I couldn't see myself sitting around with a bunch of eggheads discussing poetry. That's why I dumped her.
Do you still think I'm the one who killed Rita?
I can't think of anyone else who makes a better suspect. I tell you, if I had one good hard piece of evidence against you, I'd have you behind bars so fast your head would spin.
Are you revealing all your cards, Sheriff? You're not supposed to tell me you don't have any evidence.
Why do you let a thug like Jimmy Gardner run around? Does he have something on you?
Shut your mouth, Dawson. You're pissing me off.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
Anytime you feel like confessing, Dawson, you come right back. I'll be here.
wonder why a morgue would have a waiting room.
What's with the TV? It's a unusual channel.
Excuse me, sir. I need to speak with you.
What is it? I'm very busy with a patient.
You're the coroner. Why would you be seeing patients?
I have to keep a practice on the side. You don't think this town pays me a lot of money, do you? If I could just get a break, I'd move out of this one-horse town.
What kind of a break?
Why, a real scientific breakthrough. I'm presenting a paper on the subject very soon. You don't think I take this medical examiner job seriously, do you? It's hardly a proper position for a man like me.
What kind of scientific breakthrough?
New methods of inserting DNA into the ovum, Dawson. It will open up all sorts of exciting possibilities in genetic research. It should also be my ticket out of this backwater town.
You're not happy here?
This town offers no challenges for a man of my capabilities. Mark my words, you won't see me around here much longer. If all goes well, I'll have a position at a major university or research facility by next September.
What can you tell me about Rita's death?
I'm sorry. I can't discuss the case with anyone while it's under investigation.
Why did you move Rita's body so quickly from the crime scene?
Because I didn't want anyone to see the body in broad daylight. That's how we catch criminals, you know, by hiding important facts of the case. And that's why I can't disclose those facts to you, of all people, Dawson.
I heard that Rita's murder was particularly gruesome.
Why, yes. It was fascinating the way the killer Damn it, Dawson! I told you that I can't reveal any facts about the case!
I'm investigating Rita's murder myself. I'd like to look at the autopsy report.
Look, I told you I'm not allowed to discuss the case. All the autopsy files are locked up in my office, and that's where they'll stay.
How well did you know Rita?
Hardly at all. She worked at the library. That's all I know about her.
I heard that you were seeing a lot of Rita shortly before her death.
She was, aiding me with my DNA experiments, yes. She often brought me indispensable medical texts from the library. She was very good that way.
Come on, Doc. Rita was a pretty girl. You're a charismatic guy. You two were having a fling, weren't you?
That does it, Dawson! Get the hell out of my office!
It's locked.
I think I failed. think I was supposed to get him angry enough to hit his counter. But I don't know, I might have gotten him too angry.
So, how's the murder in...
You know, Dawson, they say kill...
Do you still think...
I can't...
It's kind of an insult having the FBI brought in, isn't it?
Hell, I don't want him here. It was that idiot mayor's idea. It's an election year, and he's afraid the investigation might reveal some skeletons in his closet. So he's bringing in some old pals at the Bureau.
Well, I think I'll be...
Anytime you...
We're gonna try and save it just in case we mess up again. I think I should be able to try again though.
Excuse me, sir. I need to speak with you.
Why are you bothering me again? I am a very busy man.
Speaking of public institutions, I heard that you used to work for a hospital. Until you got fired, that is.
What? Who told you this?
Something having to do with seducing a patient, I believe. Boy, it would be a shame if that piece of news got around town. Why, you'd be finished around here, I imagine.
Don't threaten me, you little snot. Why, for 2 cents, I'd wring your neck. Get the hell out of my office and never come back!
Doc Larson must have accidentally hit the admittance button when he slammed his fist on the counter.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up! The toe tag says this guy's name was Mark Danson. He's wearing some kind of charm around his neck. It looks like a key made of glass. Freezers for storing dead bodies.
Maybe Rita's on one.
Oh my god! That's Rita! Her head's been cut off! I can't take this guy's necklace charm. He obviously wanted to be buried with it. I can't take this. The toe tag says this guy's name was Mark Danson. He's wearing some kind of charm around his neck. It looks like a key made of glass. Here's Rita's autopsy report. Rita's head was forcibly removed by a sharp instrument with a serrated edge and, oh god, her tongue and eyes were cut out and left at the murder site. Here's Mark Danson's autopsy report. This says that Danson died of natural causes, Old age, apparently. He was a lighthouse keeper. I didn't know anybody still did that. And he walked with a cane. That's funny. Here's an envelope addressed to Mark Danson in care of the city morgue. It was sent by Minnie in care of the carnival. But there's nothing inside the envelope.
Why'd you need to do an autopsy on someone that died of old age?
Here's Mark Danson's autopsy report. This says that Danson died of natural causes. That's fun. I can't take this guy's necklace charm. He obviously wanted to be buried with it.
Go back to the carnival. We'll get you your medicine, sir. Just you wait.
This time, can I just ask you questions without all the hocus pocus?
I sense that your psyche wanders a plane far removed from this one. Mysticism holds much greater meaning for you than does normal conversation. No, another reading is what you need.
What a bunch of hogwash. I'm leaving.
You'll be back again. It's
Pandora, I need your talents.
Lucifer and...
What can you tell me about Minnie and Daisy?
I see a glassy envelope sent to one who in the morning walks on 4 feet, at midday 2, and in the evening 3. But now he sleeps.
What can you tell me about Gargon?
I see a lightning bolt striking his head, and a great weight lifting from his heart.
Thank you. That was very insightful.
It was our pleasure. Good fortune to you. Kiss goodbye, Lucy dear.
I like Lucifer. He's a good boy. Let's go back to the doctor's office now. Should be able to take the glass key.
I can't take this guy's necklace charm. He obviously wanted to be buried with it.
I might have messed up by talking to the fortune teller about Gargan. Go try to talk to her about the twins again. Good thing we saved at the after we did the morgue though, or before we grabbed everything from the back room.
Pandora, I need your talents again. What can you tell me about... Thank you.
It was...
Alright, now let's try it again. I wonder how much the imagery... There's a bunch of imagery around the carnival from the Dark World. I wonder how much of it's in Mike Dawson's head. Why aren't you leaving?
I can't take this guy's necklace charm. He obviously wanted to be buried with it. I can't take this guy.
Okay. Maybe I didn't talk to the Pandora about the twins enough.
Pandora, I need... What can you tell me about Minnie and Daisy?
I see a glassy envelope sent to one who in the morning walks on 4 feet, at midday 2, and in the evening 3. But now he sleeps.
What a bunch of hog...
You'll be back again.
I'm confused.
take this guy's necklace. The toe tag says this guy's name was Mark Danson. I can't take this. I can't take this guy's necklace charm. He obviously wanted. The toe tag says this guy's name was Mark Danson. He's wearing some kind of charm around his neck. It looks like a key made of glass. Freezers for storing dead bodies.
Well, I guess I'll do research tomorrow, and we'll pick this back up again tomorrow. I'll save the game again just in case. Alright. Y'all have a good night.